Hey Hodies, welcome back to my channel. My name is hautemesstom, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today, I haven't filmed in 10-ish days. That's a long time, and I'm out of practice. And what I thought could be fun for me to do today is I just kind of like pulled things that I wanted to use today. There's no rhyme or reason. We're just gonna like vibe. I haven't worn makeup since the last time I filmed. We're gonna be on a journey together. And if you want to join me on the journey, we'll keep watching the video. But if you happen to be new to my channel is all about loving my makeup collection as it currently is, being critical of new makeup releases, and being very discerning about what I decide to invite into my makeup collection. So if you like the kind of content where you see someone use the same stuff over and over again, I would love to have you subscribe. Make sure to like this video. That really helps me out if you're into helping me out. And if you're into helping me out even further, I have a Patreon and I also have merch. Neither of those things is mandatory. Liking, commenting, sharing is always the best way to support any creator. But I appreciate anyone who has bought merch, and I appreciate all of my current patrons. It's June. It's June when you're seeing this. So let me get started with my makeup. So, you know what I have missed a lot since last time I wore makeup are the Earthborn collection. We're not gonna talk about my nails. We're not gonna talk about, don't look at them. If you comment about my nails, I will cry. I am at my wit's end. So if you happen to be like new around these parts, my best friend just moved in with me, and so did their child. And while the child isn't here all the time, you know, big changes. Only that, like, we're not settled yet. We literally finished unpacking the main floor on Monday, so we still have a ways to go, but it's been nice so far. Where's my lip balm? Where's my lip balm? Oh, I haven't looked at these drawers in so long. Hi, babies. Hi. Where's the chapstick? I'm gonna put on some of the Auric Plush Ritual. I haven't worn even lip balm since listen. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to put on my face, and the Earthborn collection came to mind, specifically Ice Blink. But you know, I think I want to layer it because I have some of my Terra Moon, well, these are the only Terra Moon shades that I own, but I think that Terra Borealis with Ice Blink on top of it, bitch. To round out the look with some mattes, I'm going to be using the Hindash Beautopsy palette. Now, wasn't really part of my destiny, I think, to use the Hindash palette, but then I was like, I love the Hindash palette, and that feels like a perfectly reasonable thing for me to want to use. Where is anything? Where's my eyeshadow primer? I mean, it doesn't really matter for the sake of shades review. I'm not doing anything. Is it behind? No, I put everything away. Where did it go? Oh my god, why? Where is it? Come to me, let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. I can't find it. I'm gonna cry. Where is it? Why aren't we helping ourselves? You knew that this was gonna be hard. It's on the floor over here. Are you kidding me? So I'll talk a little bit about the move. Patrons, I have a video ready to be edited for you. It's just, you know, it's taking a little time for me to figure out my schedule. I'm really tired. So I was off of work Thursday and Friday of the week of the move. And then on Saturday we moved everything. And then on Sunday it was like putting furniture together. And then on Monday it was just like continual unpacking. Oh my god, I am really tired. I'm like little child tired, and I've now witnessed that in a very real way. Oh my god, I thought that there was a spider crawling on my wall, and if there was a spider crawling on my wall, it would have been my 13th reason. I'm not even that scared of spiders. I just would have been like, this is another thing I have to handle. I want to do nothing for some time. But let me tell you, we're heading into Pride Month. There's Pride events, and Tiffany and I have tickets to a thing. What is it? I don't know. Aquaria will be there at the after party, which we also have access to. I don't know anything that's happening. I gotta tell you, I cannot lie to you. Obviously, inviting the child into the house was gonna be a task. And I think it's going well. And I'm not even talking for me. Like, I'm like, Tiffany doesn't seem too stressed. The biggest stressor is my dog and the child. And so here's the reality of the situation. My dog loves everyone. My dog is really excited about the child being around, but my 80-pound boxer lab mix, she doesn't really understand her own weight. And the thing is, she also hasn't interacted with many children up until this point. So she's running 80 pounds at a child. It's obviously probably scary for the child. And the child actually is pretty unfazed by the dog until she gets like a little too excited. So this was like, this morning, as I'm recording, was the first morning where we were all like kind of getting ready, and I work from home. So like Tiffany and the child were like, and I'm not referring to the child as by their name. Tiffany has said his name on my channel before, but I'm trying to just respect the child. I mean, like, if I happen to ever post pictures on Instagram or anything like that, his face will be blocked out. My skin's going through it, y'all. Now, I kept up with my skincare, but also it just got, like, grotesquely hot. Grotesquely hot in Pittsburgh. I'm, like, breaking out a little bit from that. I'm definitely breaking out from stress. It's not the worst breakout either, and I'm not even, like, trying to, like, claim that, but it's just, like, my skin is just a little not happy with me. This morning was a little stressful because of that. We got to a good place. So it's not that either one of the pet, my dog nor the child, really don't like each other. It's just like, how do we engage with both of them? Like, how do they engage with each other without scaring each other? Now, the thing is, also, the child hasn't been here too much yet. So also my dog has not really had time to adjust. So I'm hoping whenever my dog realizes that, like, this is a mainstay, she'll be like, oh, he lives here. Because the way but the other thing is, my dog is also still very excited that Tiffany's always here and hasn't really grasped that Tiffany is a permanent fixture. So every time Tiffany comes home from being out, my dog treats it as if they are like a visitor, you know, and so she gets really excited. It's all a learning curve, right? So Ryan's just very excited that these people are in the house. I'm not trying to get too worked up about it. I have time to record, as I'm finding out. But I also have to be available anytime until we're all settled in. I'm gonna have to be available to, like, be with the dog until we're all, like, living harmoniously and we all understand what's, like, going on in a very real way. So it's just like, if the child is here, then I am spending time. This is Terra Borealis from Terra Moons, by the way. The following weekend, we're seeing Paramore on Sunday, which I'm excited about. But the old in me, and I'm not saying that I'm actually old, but, like, the realistic part of me is like, I don't want to go to work the next day. And I keep thinking, I just don't have a lot of I have a lot of PTO planned. I just, like, don't have a lot left to get me through the rest of the year. So like, comment, subscribe, join my Patreon so I don't have to have a real job anymore. This is my plea. My life would be so much easier. I'm actually not begging. That was a joke. Don't take it and run with it. I mean, that would be nice if you did that, but you don't owe me that. And I'm still working hard to make it happen, okay? I do want to top this with Ice Blink. Let's see what happens. Ice Blink is from Shine by SD. It's in the Earthborn collection, which was a collaboration with Seeking Shifts on Instagram and YouTube. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna add even more. Oh, the texture. Ice Blink is maybe my favorite eyeshadow shade I've ever had. And I don't say that lately, and if you're not new here, you know that, but, like, I'm just, like, not really, like, eyeshadow, it's, like, just not as exciting to me. And Riley and Shine by SD really came up with something. I mean, Riley's concept, but Shine by SD also made the formula. Like, it's just freaking everything. It's so pretty. Now, let's see if I can find... Oh, no, my tape's back here. I saw it earlier. Now, this is why I do my eyes first, because I love sparkle, and it, you know, gets everywhere. I also need to tell you all that I have so much makeup to review. And I know you know that, but I have more friend mail on the way, which is really cool, and I really appreciate it. You know, I'm feeling very low on time right now, and that's okay. It comes and it goes, and I just need to figure out my rhythm. I was sleeping really well until today. Not this morning. So I kept waking up last night stressed out about the dog and the child. You know, it's all fine. And so hopefully I sleep a little more comfortably tonight. There's just no getting that all off. I've missed eyeshadow. I've missed makeup. I am also excited because we're mostly moved in. Like, I'm starting to eat, like, not crappy food again. And what I mean by that is, like, not, like, healthy food, but, like, not all takeout. And the thing is, I had groceries this whole time, but it was just so much easier. And so it's nice to be, like, eating real food. This is the Victoria Beckham Priming Moisturizer. Of course, this is what I reached for. It's so good. I even allowed myself 2 pumps, which I don't always do. That's a treat. This treat. We've been gone. Again, my skin, she's not really thrilled with me. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. I mean, especially with, like, the lights right now, like, on camera. But even in reality, it's, like, not the worst. And I'm not trying to say that it's the worst. But I have to go into June with zits. And I don't like that. I want to be so beautiful. So beautiful. That was way too much. The Royal We. We're also seeing Detox this weekend. I'm very excited about that. I've never seen Detox IRL before. And she's like one of my faves. She's like in my top 3. And I just love her so much. Now, on her original season, not my favorite personality, but I like the way she looks. And then I really liked her in All Stars too. And then I just like, you know, I kind of got her. You know, I got her a little bit more. I don't understand her friendship with Roxy Andrews based on, like, the way Roxy Andrews behaved on the show either time. But, like, you know, happy for them. I'm going to start with concealer. I'm going to use the Givenchy Prism Libre. Now, here's the reality. Some of the complexion products that I have chosen were... Oh, no, that's a lie. I'm going to go with the Aura Glow Lust just on my cheeks. Doing it up. I guess I'm going full glam. The reality of it is that's what I want. Also, I need to, like, start listening to more Paramore this week. And know some of the words. Now, I like Paramore, and I definitely, like, am familiar with some of their songs. But it was a gift to Tiffany. It was, like, a divorce present. And I was like, I want to go. And I like Hayley Williams. And I'm very excited to go. But I also am, like, I just feel like I'm taking up a space, you know? Because I know that so many people really, really love Paramore. And I'm like, did I take someone's spot at the concert? But no, I paid with my good money. Someone has my number and they've sold it. And I don't know who it was, but I'm mad. I got a call from New Jersey today. And while I do have a friend in New Jersey, hi, Kackie. And I did accidentally lock Kackie out of one of our joint accounts for our podcast. Because I panicked because my phone was like, someone's trying to log into your Google account. And I wasn't paying attention to which one. I thought it was my YouTube one. And I was like, I think not. I think we're not going to do that. And then I realized when I looked again, I was like, that was surely Kackie just trying to log in. I think I was saying something about this that I didn't finish on. I think you all need to understand that, like, my brain is so fried. And I'm, like, at my wit's end. But it's not for bad reasons. I'm seriously just so tired. I'm just so tired. And I want to get to what is going to be the new normal. And unfortunately, I cannot just, like, will that into existence. And my brain is, like, fritzing about it. Me and Kackie recorded our podcast yesterday. And there were, like, 3 or 4 times where Kackie finished talking. And in my head, I was responding. And then I realized that I wasn't talking. And then when I went to open my mouth, I was like, there was a great thought up here that I cannot deliver to you. And then also, my friend just, like, randomly showed up at my house to drop something off, and I had to, like, cut the... It's a mess. It's a mess. Back to complexion. So these 2 things are maybe not things that I would have, like, chosen to be, like, my first makeup wearing bag. Well, no, that's a lie. I like this a lot. I'm not as sorry as I am about liking the Victoria Beckham Priming Moisturizer, but I am sorry because as a person whose youth existed during the hipster era, I have this thing where I'm like, I want to not like the thing that everybody else likes. And the reality of the Prism Libre skincare and concealer is that it's very good. And I'll have to leave it there. In fact, I could just stop with my complexion now, but we are going to put on some foundation. I still want to review this. I wasn't really expecting the move to take it out of me as much as it did. And I have footage. I need you to know, I've started it. And there is footage recorded. And I think I edited a portion of it too. So it's not It's not happening. And I would like for it to happen sooner rather than later. And maybe I can make that happen next week. If I think about this foundation, it's like probably not the foundation I'm going to wear to any of the events that I'm going to this weekend. I'm probably going to stick with like a little bit of more of what I know. I do want to go buy a setting spray that is meant to hold makeup on. We'll see where life takes me. I also need to get waxed. We're getting something. We're really taking it there. I must have gotten a little sun this weekend because, I mean, I was wearing SPF, a less strong one on my body, but like my foundation's looking a little weird. And when I say some sun, I mean like some. I think it like, I'm not saying I'm tan right now, but it's just, am I more tan than I usually am? Yeah. Fenty Cream Contour. I've mentioned this so many times. We are so close. And then it's like, I feel like, I mean, I didn't wear makeup for a week and I'm like, I've been so derailed about getting closer to panning this. Me and Tiffany are going to do like a get ready with us, and I'm going to source questions. I'll probably make a community post about it. And then I will also probably ask Instagram, and we'll talk about what it's like to live together a little bit at the beginning of this phase. But something I do want to address, and something that I think has been maybe one of the more perplexing things that I have found as I've been like navigating talking about this, is that like watching people react to saying that like I am living with a child now. You know, all children are different, right? And so, and I also like I'm you know, I'm not like a kid adult, you know, like I mean like I don't have a desire to have kids. And like, if you would have told me like maybe even like a year ago that like I would be living with Tiffany and their kid, I would say probably that's a lie. The child does live here with me. There's no expectation of me to take care of the child. And of course I will help whenever it happens. And I hang out in the common space with the child. I think my perception of like what living with a child would be before this, and even before, I would say, I think even a better way to phrase it is like even before Tiffany had a child, and maybe perhaps before more of the people I associate myself with have had children, was that it was just screaming. And that's all it was. Just like there's just screaming. I haven't used this in a minute. This is the Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzer. So glad that Kackie is buying the pink version of this, whatever the hell that thing's supposed to be, because I do want to know what it is. I don't want to be the one to test it. I'm taking this Sonia G brush, which is much more dense, and I'm just like applying the product. It's really hard to get out of the container with the BK Beauty 105, which I have been enjoying for cream bronzer, but it doesn't really like to pick up this bronzer, but I like the way it blends this bronzer out. So right now I look crazy. And is this bronzer probably too deep for me? Yeah. But do I still like it? Yeah. I like the way it looks. Am I recommending that someone with as fair skin as me go buy this product in this shade? No. But guys, I'm a little bit more tan than I was. I'm a little more tan. But also in the summertime, I mean, I do love a bronzer moment. It's like in the winter, I completely forget that I love bronzer. And then in the summer, I'm like, I really love bronzer. But yeah, like, you know, he does get loud sometimes. But then also like, there's like, and I think that this is the part that I wasn't expecting, is that like, there are moments of joy in watching him just like interact with things that I have known for 32 years, and just watching him explore those things and experience those things. And he's also like, he has some words, but he doesn't have like a ton of words. And like, you can tell that like he's trying to say something, and it's just like, it's like the best. And like, he will just throw a ball and then scream. And I love it. Like, I love that energy. Throw a ball and scream. I love that. Throw a ball and scream. Am I gonna always love living with a kid? No. And I know that that's like this is Condensate by Phytosurgeons, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. And even with like the warmth from the bronzer, it goes really well with it, even though it's like more cool toned. If you are on my Instagram, I posted a clip on Monday night of Tiffany eating a cupcake next to me. And I seriously just looked at them and I started laughing. They weren't eating the cupcake funny. I just started laughing and then we just like were laughing. And like we were experiencing pure joy. And it happened again last night. And like obviously it's unreasonable to say that like every night's going to be like that. But like getting to sit on the couch with my best friend every night. Because, you know, the child goes to bed early, even earlier than me. And I know I go to bed pretty early. It's so great. It's so great. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was really hanging out in my room because I just was like, you know, I didn't really want to like leave my room. And now I feel like it feels now like I just want to sleep down here because in my room where we are now. We're not even done. We're not even done. I'm gonna apply some of Spotlight from Charlotte Tilbury. And I know I don't need it, but I want it. Because I like to do this sometimes. Let's talk a little bit about TV. Now, Survivor, the season ended. As you all know, my favorite was Carolyn. And she did not win. But I could tell that she wasn't going to win. She did make it to the final 3, for those of you who don't watch. But I could tell immediately when she made it top 3, I was like, she's not going to win. And you know what I did? I wasn't watching it live, so I was watching it the next day. I turned off Survivor, and I then Googled who won, and that was better. That was better for me to do it that way, because I'd have been really upset if I had spent all the time watching that last episode, which was really long, because there was also, like, a reunion, so it was, like, 3 hours of television. I, like, just wanted to know that Carolyn made it to the finale. She made it to the finale, and that's all I needed. And I have this feeling that, like, so Survivor is pretty brings people back a lot, and it's not always like an all-star season. It's just like sometimes there's just a season where some of the people who have been on the show before will come back, and I have this instinctual feeling that Carolyn's gonna come back for one of those seasons and be an early out. Anyway, I don't have to think about it now. I was really happy to spend time with Carolyn. My favorite thing that Carolyn ever did was her and Carson, and I posted this on my Instagram. Her and Carson were teamed up on this one challenge. And Carson wasn't feeling well, and his voice was, like, kind of giving out. And she's, like, stuck in this net, and she's screaming. And Carson just going, like, great job, Carolyn. You're doing great. Yeah, that looks like what everyone else is doing. And it's, like, Carolyn's just, like, ah! Ah! It's just so good. And then, let's talk a little bit about Drag Race, because, of course, I have to. So if you're not caught up to the most recent episode. It's been a while since I've talked about it. Speaking of Drag Race, it's a Cameron Michaels fan. I don't know how I feel about this season of All Stars. It's not that I don't like the cast. I love the cast. I feel like they have this cast, and I think it's a good cast, but I feel like they don't really know what to do with them. And I also think the most recent episode, as of me sitting here today, where they had to, like, come up and write their own, like, TV series commercial. Don't do that. They don't know what they're doing. And they were all bad. All of them were bad. Even the one that won, bad. And not that the acting, this is Ash from Victoria Beckham, not that the acting challenges when they're written by the Drag Race people aren't good either. At least we can blame it on that. But also there's, like, you know, we've gotten some iconic moments from them. I don't feel like we got anything iconic from that. I will say this. Very happy that Darian got to leave the competition looking in the best they've ever looked on Drag Race. Darian looked so good. I'm also upset with, like, the treatment of Mrs. Kasha Davis. Mrs. Kasha Davis did really well the first 2 weeks. No flowers given to her. And then just unceremoniously voted off. I also don't watch Untucked. And I feel like from watching the show, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context about who's getting voted off. Because to me, it made no sense that Kasha got voted off whenever Darian was in the bottom last week. And then Darian obviously went home this week. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Because I know all these people are so talented. And then it's just like, I'm not really committed to a lip color. I don't think this will look good. Ooh, let's use the lip slick. Is this the lip? Yeah. Okay. Because I have been wanting to wear this again. I haven't worn it in a bit. Well, I haven't worn much makeup in a bit. But this is the Lip Slick in Heaven from Surat. I feel much better. I feel so much better. Oh, I look so good. Ugh. content we can look forward to. I'm gonna do a BYO video. Get ready for that. And what we're not gonna do in that video, because I probably will forget to paint my nails before I do it, and I will also forget to take off the nail polish before I do it, and then I will start recording going, shit, I should have done that. But I won't. Because they'll look like this but worse, because it'll be not today and not tomorrow. I'm gonna do a build your own version. I'm gonna build my own version of the Yucca palette, the new Natasha Denona palette. So that's content. The review of the Chanel Simplement Jeton. More playing with just my drawer of makeup. But also still loving on. I have a video concept of, there's a lot of makeup I haven't touched in a while. And I'm like, does it need to be here? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. I don't think anything made sense that I said today. But if you had fun spending time with me, if you missed me, this is the state in which I exist. A blob. A blob full of calcium sticks that rattle upon my body and make me move with a brain. Doing this. Just 2 cells. Missing. Never quite kissing. And they were boys. To complete anything. Here's what I need from you. It's a need. It's not a want. I would need you to like this video. And I need you to tell me how pretty I am. Oh. If you're not already subscribed. If you're not already subscribed, do it. And I'm also at patreon.com, and I have merch. Neither of those are mandatory or required in any kind of way. If you do choose to do them, thank you so much. If you choose not to, thank you for watching. That's it. Remember to follow your host. And you will find me. Happy Pride! Bye-bye. Friends, 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 friends. We watch a lot of Miss Rachel.